The gentlewoman from Fairfax, Ms. Murphy.
Mr. Speaker, I rise for a point of personal privilege.
The gentlewoman has the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, ladies and gentlemen of the House, I am very proud that I've been elected to represent the people of the 34th District and to serve here with all of you. And I'm especially pleased that I have been able to get to know so many of you. As many of you know, I grew up in a military family. My dad served in 2 wars, and we had guns in our home. In fact, we often went to the shooting range with my father and my mom. I had a brother, Stephen. He was a gun owner. He served in the military. He knew how to use a gun. But having a gun did not save his life. I lost my brother when 2 gunmen entered his business in the middle of the day. They had their gun already drawn, and so after they robbed him, they shot and killed him. I am sharing this with you today because for me, preventing gun violence is a very personal issue. Mr. Speaker, over the past year, I've received so many emails and letters from constituents, all voicing their concern about gun violence. They're hoping, pleading that we can work together to do something to prevent it. In recent weeks, many people asked why we refused to pass a bill that I had patroned. This bill would have taken guns out of the hands of repeat violent domestic abusers, guilty not just once, but more than that. And yet, we couldn't come and bring that forth. I don't know why that is the way it is, but I think that we need to work together because statistics tell us that these kinds of violent abusers are very likely to kill their victim if a gun is available. And my bill, in listening to some of the members here, allowed that they could get their guns back after a period of time. Mr. Speaker and ladies and gentlemen, like you and me, these people support and honor our Second Amendment rights. But they also believe, as I do, that we should enact common sense, reasonable measures to help protect the lives of victims of violent domestic abuse. I can offer no explanation to my constituents as to why we did not support this common sense, reasonable measure to help protect the lives of these victims. I can offer them no explanation of why we refused to even consider this bill. But I believe strongly that we all have a shared goal to protect our children and our communities from the bad guys that we talk about all the time. We need to stand together to prevent them from experiencing needless and preventable gun violence. Mr. Speaker, ladies and gentlemen, we may differ on how that should be done, but we should not differ on knowing that we need to do something. And as delegates, we have the power to get the job done if we will only work together. We've seen too many tragedies, too many innocent victims have lost their lives. So, Mr. Speaker, today, I ask my colleagues to come together with me to take one step, one positive step to ensure that more people don't become victims of another act of senseless gun violence. And I think that if we can just open the door and work together in a bipartisan way, we can accomplish this goal. I believe strongly that there's a yes out there somewhere, and I am looking forward to working with you someday to find it. Thank you.